The first thing I always tell people is let's go after your friends and your relatives, okay? What I do is I move and groove with the way that people want to do it. So if they say no, then I say, well, listen, why don't we use the button? They say, I don't want to use the button. Great. They say, well, let's use some of these business cards and go out and just start talking to people and tell them to come down to our meetings. They say, that sounds like something I'll do. And I say, great. Okay? Now, whenever I get them to say great, whether it's their friends, if they say, listen, let's go talk to your friends, they say, I'll do that. Great. Okay? Then the next thing I do is I show them what to do. And then you make them try it. And the first couple of times that they try it, they always mess it up a little bit. So here's what you do. When they mess it up, say, listen, you did great. I'm telling you, you're just so good, it's just unbelievable. But I'm telling you, if you just do this and you do that, I'm going to show you how to do it one more time, okay? And you watch how that works a little bit better, because when I do it this way and I do it that way, that's why I get this result. So then you come back and you show them how to do it again. Now you say, you see how I did that? Now try it again yourself. Then they mess it up one little piece of it. And you say, that was great. Man, I tell you, I just can't believe how good you're doing at this. Most people, it takes a lot longer. You're just unbelievable. Okay? Then you show them again. Then you get them to try it again. Then you show them again, and then you get them to try it again. Then after they've tried it enough time, pretty soon they know how to do it on their own. Now, that's what's important. Now, this is extremely important that they know how to do it on their own. Not only for them, okay, because this builds their respect and their self-esteem about how they know how to do this company and how they know how to do this business. If you live with them forever and do everything for them, they never get it themselves. And if they don't get it themselves, they won't build the character and the self-respect and the self-esteem that they need to do it on their own. Now, there's another reason why you need to have them do it on their own. Because if they know how to do it on their own, you don't have to work with them much anymore. You maybe have to do a call a month. You may have to do a little bit of tour every once in a while and visit a few of their meetings and stuff like that. Okay, but once they know how to do it on their own, now you can do the most important thing that you need to do to follow the Herbalife game, which is to sponsor another 10 people so you can get another 2 hot people to work with, so that you can do the whole process again. Because it's only through this process that you can build it wide enough so you've got enough chances to get people on the world team, and to get people to the GET team, and to get people to the millionaire team, and eventually to the president's team. Because in our business, unlike other businesses, this doesn't work where you're in a company where as you build up the ladder, everybody's scared to death because they may lose your job because you're getting so good. In Herbalife, it's great. The better your people do, the better you do. Isn't this great? They get rich, you get rich. Isn't that great? Duplicate. You got to show your people how to retail. Write these things down. I'm giving you the stuff that got me rich. You got to teach them how to recruit. You got to teach them how to do a meeting. You got to get them and show them how to do a training. You got to get them and you got to show them how to do conference calls. You got to show them how to do an organizational meeting. And then we'll take over from there and help them get to the corporate schools. And then I'll make sure that they know how to do the chairman's classes, the extravaganzas, and the summit. And I'll do that for you. Training them how to do it will make you a fortune. So I was sitting there and I was showing them what to do, then I was getting them to do it. Then we would go out and we'd start the little opportunity meetings and stuff like that. And I'll never forget, Leslie Stanford was in the organization, and she said, listen, you know, I got all these people up in Canada that want to do the business and stuff like that. And so as I was showing Leslie what to do and how to answer the phones and how to do the stuff and all that, then she knew how to do it, okay? Now you've duplicated yourself. And she went up there to Canada, she started showing people what to do and getting them to do it. And then what would happen is once somebody that I had a little group somewhere else going, okay, I started promoting the business. Write that down. And I gave them a little goal to go for. Some people ask, well, how did you build it around the world? I'm telling you right now, it's going to make a lot more sense as we go through this over the next couple of days, but this was the beginning of it. Leslie said, well, listen, you know, I need you to help me out and come up here and do some meetings for me and stuff like that and do one of the training classes. I said, great. I said, what we're going to need you to do is get 100 people and do $20,000 worth of business, and I'll be up there to do one of your Saturday training classes. Now, why did I want her to do 20,000? Okay, one reason is so it could get me 5%, which would pay me $1,000, which would pay for my airplane ticket to get me up there. Remember, I was broke. Now, serious. So I had to have a plan, okay, to get me up there, okay. If you would have known me back then, you would have thought I was the richest guy in the world, okay. But I needed something to give them the chance to say, listen, here's our goal, here's what we got to do, let's pour it on, let's hit it. Why did I do opportunity meetings, okay? I could have set people down one-on-one. Would that work? Of course, okay? One of the great things about Herbalife is anything will work, okay? The question is how fast it works, how quick it works for you, and more importantly, how quickly it works for the people that you get in, okay? And so I was always interested in fast, okay? So the opportunity meeting was set up for me to invite people all day long and get them down to the opportunity meeting, and that way I could do all 8 or 9 people that I had gotten during the day that came to the opportunity meeting, I could pitch them in 1 hour instead of spending 7 hours to do it, okay? And so that was really the goal. The second reason why I like doing it at the opportunity meeting is that's where I had my testimonials and my other people that had their incomes. Not that my testimonial wasn't impressive enough and my income wasn't impressive enough, but see, I'm not enough, and I know that. You see, what you want to have in an opportunity meeting is as many people as humanly possible talking, okay? And that's why I'm not doing all this meeting completely by myself. That's why we have other people talk about doing the retail. That's why we have other people doing the recruiting. That's why we're going to bring up the GET team. That's why we're going to bring up the Millionaire team, because the more people that you can hear from and the more different backgrounds you hear and the more different circumstances and where they were and where they came from and what their first month's income was and what it is now, the more eyes that you can see, the more somebody, okay, and there's going to be somebody today that you're going to see that you're going to say, hey, if that person can do it, I can do it. And that's the most important thing that can happen to you in Herbalife. And you never know when that's going to be. It's probably going to be here today. But if it doesn't happen here today, it could be the next STS that you go to. You just never know, okay? But here's the elements of what makes the opportunity meeting exciting, okay? Because a lot of times people get very confused and start thinking that the opportunity meeting is only good if you have someone that's great at doing opportunity meetings, okay? Now, is it great if someone's great and entertaining up on the stage doing an opportunity meeting? Of course, okay? But can someone who's not very good be great on the stage also, as long as they're making some money? Absolutely, okay? And so we're going to show you how that works here, because this will make your next, Saturday? This will make your next Tuesday night meeting more exciting. All the person that's supposed to do that comes up here, let's say we're just going to do a real quick opportunity meeting right now, okay? All we're going to do is we're going to tell the Mark Hughes story, and then I'm going to talk about the products, and then I'm going to do testimonials. And remember that this is going to take me 25% of my talking, and 75% of the meeting is going to be given by the audience, okay? Because the audience is the biggest one who actually does the meeting, not the person on the stage. The person up on the stage is just there to set up enough information so he can get the testimonials up on the stage, because the testimonials is what really sells the products. On the marketing plan, I've heard people that say it's an incredible marketing plan, it's just unbelievable, you make 40%, you get royalties, 72% on the retail, just unbelievable, let's have all the testimonials, come on up. Okay, and I've heard people even do less than that. It's unbelievable the money that we make, and let's just have everybody stand up and come up. Okay, and I've also seen people that do a lot of circles and squares and so on. It really doesn't make any difference which one you do, because long story short, they're not going to understand it anyway when you do your very first meeting, by the way. They're not going to understand it until they get around and, you know, filling out their very first paperwork and putting the percentages to it and having to get out their checkbook. Okay? So in the marketing plan, say a little, say a lot, but just make sure it's 25% here, 75% is on the testimonials. And after that, you stop talking. Okay? Because one of the things I've seen with people is, you know, they feel like they got to just keep going on and on and on, right? And then after the meeting's over, then that's really bad as the supervisor, they try to do a whole meeting all over again. You know what I mean? It's time to stop at a certain point. We just got to tell the products, marketing, testimonials, marketing plan, testimonials, do you want to do this or not? Okay? Then the next day, get lots more people in, okay? Got to make it quick, okay? Because what your goal is to talk to as many people as you can so you can get your 2 hot people to start working downline. You got to get up and do meetings. Every single person in the room, you guys got to learn how to do meetings. If you're not doing meetings, you got to know how to do meetings, period. Okay? That means you guys, every one of you guys in the back, all you girls in the back, you got to get up and do meetings. Do the products, do the marketing plan, do the close, the whole thing. You got to know how to do it all, okay? If you want to get up here and get like me, you want to get like the Chairman's Club members down here, you want to get like the President's Team members, okay? They all know how to do meetings, okay? And so you got to know how to do the meetings. We're not going to go through what's happening in the meetings. You guys know what to do, okay? Here's what you do to do a meeting. Do one. You know what? Do one. Okay? And then if you don't do it so good, do another one. And if you don't do it so good, do another one. Trust me, you'll get good at it if you do it enough times. You won't keep getting up being a flop, trust me. You'll do it better and better and better. You got to learn how to do trainings. If you don't know how to do a training, easy. Go to one of the trainings, listen, learn, and then do one. Listen, learn, and then do one. See, you don't really got it in your mind until you're doing one. Okay? You're listening to it, you're absorbing it, okay? But it's going in one ear and out the other until you got to get up there and actually say the stuff. When you say it, you're going to know it. So you got to take responsibility for yourself first and get excited about what's happening to you, and that will excite other people. Because you have to match your pitch. If you're saying something and you are not matching the pitch, okay, then it's no wonder people don't believe so much. And again, I'm not trying to say it's got to be all at once. Here's the most important thing. Write this down. You got to make some progress, okay? Little by little by little by little, so that you can keep yourself excited.